Living with pulmonary hypertension is not easy. PH is a very complex disease that can be treated and managed, but not cured. The Fresno Pulmonary Hypertension Program at Community Health System is the only nationally accredited center in the Central Valley. It provides comprehensive medical care to those dealing with PH. Hear one local man's story of living with the disease and why he's so grateful for Community's PH program.
Gerardo Estrada lives for being active with his family. But 4 years ago, the Corcoran resident says he was struggling with poor health.
At 43, I started feeling a little bit sick. Little by little, I started getting shortness of breath, and then it started getting worse.
Gerardo saw various doctors, but no one could pinpoint what was wrong.
I was at the point in my life where I thought this is the way I have to be. This is just the way I got to deal with it. And it was miserable for my wife, my kids.
Finally, Gerardo got a right heart catheterization. Dr. Vijay Balasubramanian, or Dr. Bala, explains that pulmonary hypertension is difficult to diagnose.
The only way to measure it is to directly measure it. And for that, we need to do a procedure called right heart catheterization. And that means putting a little IV in and sending a little thin wire through that, and that goes through the veins into the right side of the heart, and then you can actually take it into the lungs and then directly measure the pressures.
Gerardo was referred to Dr. Bala, who officially diagnosed him with pulmonary hypertension.
It's high blood pressure in the lung circulation. There are many ways one can get it. The main type is the type 1, which is when the blood vessels within the lungs, the small micro blood vessels, get tighter over a period of time due to some thickening, due to an inherent process. And as it gets more and more tighter, the blood has to squeeze through those blood vessels and the blood pressure goes up.
Gerardo was 355 pounds, and Dr. Bala says the PH contributed to his massive weight gain. Though Gerardo was happy he finally had a concrete diagnosis to explain his ailments, the journey through this complex disease was just beginning.
The best way to explain it, it's like breathing through a straw all day and night.
Dr. Bala says symptoms of PH can be debilitating.
Shortness of breath and fatigue being the most common symptoms, especially when it's associated with some exertion.
The Pulmonary Hypertension Program at Community Health System has been nationally recognized since 2017.
We are the only expert center in the entire Central Valley of California providing the specialized care for our patients here. So our patients travel average of 2 to 3 hours to kind of come and get their expert level of care.
Because of this program, patients like Gerardo are able to participate in cutting-edge studies and exposed to therapies that can help them get through their battle with PH.
He was able to go on an injectable therapy called prostacyclin therapy that we could start him on and then transition him to an oral form of the same therapy. And he benefited a lot from that.
Gerardo has a handle on his PH and is now back to living a vibrant and active life, filled with gratitude for Dr. Bala.